How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Connecticut Fitness Lab. We all know we should stretch more. Not one of us stretches as regularly as we should. Right? So today we put together a nice little video on how to alleviate some hip tension, low back tension, get those ribs moving. We've been doing way too much sitting, way too much standing around in one place. So let's get mobile. Ready? Let's go. The thing we're going to do today is no impact. All of it is going to be floor-based activities. There's an endless array of stretches and exercises we could do. So this is just going to be today's sequence. It's going to take about a half hour or so for you to work through, so do not rush. Right? The number one thing you want to do with mobility stuff is actually allow that tissue to relax. Okay? We're not trying to lengthen the tissue itself as much as we are trying to remind our nervous system that we need to allow for that response to relax and that elongation to happen. Okay? So we're going to work on a timer, that way we are sticking to our time frames. The last thing you want to do is count too quickly and rush, and then you're going through all this trouble to not even get the most benefit out of it. We'll give you some helpful little tips on how to correct a couple of things, maybe feel it where you're supposed to as opposed to where you might be feeling it, and then we'll take it from there. So you're going to need a pad that you can kneel down on. Okay, the softer the better actually. If it's too soft and you feel wobbly, right, that's not good. But you do want to be comfortable. Okay, we're going to be kneeling on one knee at a time. We're going to be kneeling on both knees at the same time. We are going to be down on the floor, so you do want to be comfortable. You don't want to start rushing through things just because you didn't pad your surface enough. Okay, so make sure you take the time to do that. If you need to, you can pause it now. Go grab that pillow, make sure that your surface area is kind of clean of debris and that you can move around really well, okay? So now that we're ready to rock, we're gonna go right into it, okay? You wanna get into this half kneeling position, okay? So that front foot should be out far enough that you got about a 90-degree angle through your knee. This is going to allow you to stack your hips right on top of that the back leg, so that that femur is pointing straight down. Okay, this is important because we need to be able to open up the front of that hip joint. And if we don't have that leg directly beneath us, if it's kind of in front of us, angled forward, we're never really opening up that joint space the way we're hoping to, and we're right back into that shortened hip flexor position again. So we're just going to find this half kneeling position. You're going to make sure that femur is directly below you, right? Stack your hips right on top. And then from here, all you want to do is brace through your abdomen, right? Pull your belly button in towards your spine, like somebody was going to poke you in the gut and you kind of clenched and flinched. You're going to hold that flinch and just keep that in for the entire time. We're going to hold a good stretch for 45 seconds. So once you find that clench, scoot your hips forward to open that hip joint up even more. Okay, and we're going to hold that stretch for 45 seconds, and then we're just going to switch sides. Okay, so ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Brace through that abdomen, right? Scoot your hips forward, and then we're just going to stay here. Okay, this is kind of simple stretches, nice static stretching. We are not trying to do anything dynamic and crazy. We don't want to create soreness. We want to remind our nervous system that, you know, tissue has a certain length that it should move within, not just kind of hang out in one spot and stay short. So we got to allow it to get there, remind it that it's not going to get hurt when it's there, and that it can calm down and allow for that lengthening. A way we can help with this one is clench your rear end on that side. Really clench your butt nice and strong. That'll help to open up the front of that hip. A few more seconds here. Good. So relieve that pressure. We're just going to turn around. And now we'll get the other side. So that knee should start out directly underneath your hip. Right? Opposite foot is out in front of you. We're going to clench your rear end on that side. Nice and tall. Brace your abdomen and then scoot forward. Good. The more vertical you stay, the better you're going to feel that stretch. Making sure to clench in your butt. Right? If you lean your torso forward, you're putting yourself back into that flex position. We need out of that flex position and sliding forward to create that length. Doing good so far. Got about 15 more seconds. Really clench your rear end on that side. Breathe, right? We're still breathing. Don't hold your breath. bracing through your abdomen, right? Hold that flinch like you were going to get poked and you want to protect. Nice. Scoot out of that. We're going to do one more time on each side. So let's turn back to the original side. You're going to have that foot out in front. You're going to clench through your bum, pull your belly button in, and we're going to scoot our hips forward. Ain't nothing fancy just yet. Nice and simple. You could get more aggressive with this by flexing that back knee up. You can even grab that foot. That's a stretch for another day, I think. We're going to stay simple today. Right? Low aggression, low impact. Just breathing into it. Clench your rear end on that side, right? Pucker up. Make sure it's flexed so that you're really opening up the front of this hip joint. 10 more seconds. Doing good so far. Keep breathing. Cool. Let's turn it around. One more on this other side now, and then we're going to add a wrinkle to it and make it a little more interesting. Right, so that second foot is out in front. Clench your butt. Abs and strong. We'll scoop forward. There you go. Stand up nice and straight. That posture real vertical. Okay, don't flex over through your body. Stay tall. Gap through the joint. Right, we're not leaning back to where we feel pressure in our spine. Our torso staying solid, and we're sliding our hips forward. Right, so all the movement is at your pelvis and your hip joint. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, good. So now we're going to go back to the original side. We're going to add our arms to it. Okay, so you're going to have that foot in front. You're going to get the same hip slide. This time, we're going to raise both arms up, and you just want to gently slide your hips. There you go. Ready, go. From side to side. So we can find that same hip stretch. Okay, we're not arching our back. We just raised our arms. Right, if you feel your chest and your back getting pressure, right, sit up straight again and just raise your arms above your head. Raising your arms just helps to lengthen your lats. And since they start so far down in by your pelvis and your tailbone, just by raising your arms creates some elongation and gets your hips to have to do a little more work than they did before. Right? Just another way we can open up the front of that hip and into your groin, just gently sliding side to side. Perfect. Bring those arms down, quick little shake, other side now. Okay, we'll get the other leg in front. Same stack position through the hip, clench your bum on that side. You scoot your hip forward, and then we raise those arms, and we're going to slide again. Nice and gentle, right? The hips are sliding side to side. The arms are counterbalancing so that you don't fall. Nobody likes to fall even when you're already on the ground. Sliding those hips side to side. You might feel the stretch move to the outside of your hip and then into your groin. Right, not too fast. We're not leaning backwards. We're not creating excessive motion in our spine at all. Spine's pretty neutral right now. We're moving through our hip. Cool. Let's recreate it again one more time on each side. And this is why I warned you to pad your knees. We're down on that knee a lot for now. Okay, so you're going to get that leg in front, scoop your hips, arms up, nice, and then we slide side to side, moving that stretch around. Still clench that glute, right? If my left knee is on the floor, my left butt should be squeezing pretty tight to open up the front of that joint. Nice deep breaths, breathing through it, letting things loosen up. Right, if we're just clenching, we're just creating stress. If we're creating stress, we're not out of our time. 3, 2, 1. Sweet. Last time on the other side, and then we're actually going to change the stretch around. So, opposite leg in front, make sure I'm on the floor, a little wobbly. So we're going to scoot those hips forward, clench your butt on that side, brace through your abdomen, arms up, and then you slide side to side. You can widen that front foot out to the side a little bit. That'll give you a little wider base for you to really slide your hips over and get a good stretch through your inner thigh and your groin. Almost there, 10 more seconds. Nice, so now we're gonna go wide with our knees, right? We're gonna be on both knees and then about shoulder width with our hands. So from here, we're gonna shift from hands and knees back into a bit of a frog stretch. So you're gonna go wide with those knees and then you wanna sit your hips back to your heels. Let your chest sink down. Take a few deep breaths while you're down there. And then shift up onto your hands and knees again. While you're up here, you can squeeze your groin, right? Try to pinch the mat together between your knees for a few seconds. And then release that squeeze. Sit back into that stretch. See if maybe you can get a little further that time. Couple deep breaths while you're down here. Come back up and squeeze. Good, and relax. So we'll take the pressure off. We're going to do that same one more time. So you're going to sit back into that frog stretch for a few seconds. Come up, squeeze the mat tight, and then release that squeeze and sit back again. Here we go. Good. Sit back. Sink yourself down. Come up. Squeeze that mat together. Keep squeezing and release and sit back into that stretch again. Come up and squeeze again. And then let it go. Sit back into that stretch. Cool. Take the pressure off of your groin with that. So we are going to sit back onto our heels again. You can go onto your laces or you can turn your feet outward. Once you sit back, we're going to walk our hands off to one side. Alright, so sit back into it. Good. Reach your arms away. And now once your back is nice and flat, let's walk our hands off to the left. You should feel a big stretch down your right rib cage. You're just going to stay there. You should feel that you're side bending, right? You shouldn't feel like you're twisting your frame, right? Just angling off to that left side. Continue to breathe as things relax. Awesome. Unwind from that. Take a few deep breaths right in a nice neutral position. We're going to sit back again. This time we'll reach off to the right. Ready? Here we go. Sitting back. Walk those arms out. And walk them off to the right so that you feel the stretch down that left side. Making sure that you're not twisting. Just angling off to the side. unwind from that, relieve the pressure. So now we're gonna go hands and knees again. This time you're gonna take your right arm and you're going to reach it underneath your left arm so that you can drop your shoulders down and get a good rotation from your spine. Good. Reach underneath. Now we are getting a twist. So that left elbow should be pretty straight. Letting that arm reach underneath and through. Dropping that right shoulder to the ground. Continuing to breathe. More seconds. You're doing awesome. Keep that left elbow nice and straight. 3, 2, 1. Unwind from that. Relax for a second. We're going to rotate to the other side. Left arm's going to reach underneath your right, dropping that left shoulder down towards the floor, keeping your back flat, just letting it twist. Ready? Here we go. Big inhale. Blow it all out. Let that body relax. Sink down and do it. It's tricky to let things go and just let gravity take it. Cool. Unwind from that, and we are going to sit. We're going to sit with our legs out nice and straight, and you're going to widen them so that your knees are flat and your toes are up. Good. So now let's take your left hand and reach to your left foot. Nice and tall. Angle your posture without rounding it. Right? Big proud chest, and angle it off to that side. Left hand with your left foot. Don't need to do anything fancy. Just lean over to that side. If you can't touch your foot, start with your knee. Maybe slide down your shin, hold on underneath your calf a little bit. If you can get to your foot, fantastic. Just make sure you're getting there without rounding your spine over. Right? Big proud chest. Right? Everything we're doing is through your hip. Cool. So we're going to sit up. We're going to angle off to the other side. And go. Try and keep your back as flat as you can. Angle from the hip. There you go. 12 more seconds. Breathe through it. You're doing great. Sweet. Sit up. So now, what we're going to do is you're going to take your right hand and reach for your left foot. So you're going to rotate your shoulders a little bit to get over there. It's going to be a little bit tougher to reach to that side. There we go. Right? So I'm not, there we go, we got there, but it was a little work. Trying to keep that knee flat. Trying to rotate through your body and reach over. Again, if you can't grab your toe, reach for your knee, grab under your calf, whatever you are capable of reaching for. Don't force it with bad motion, just to get farther. Good. unwind from that. So now we're going to go to the other side. So left hand is going to come across for the right foot. Again, try not to round, right? You just want to rotate and lean. 3, 2, ready, and go. Looking good. Deep breathing, almost there. Nice. Let's do that one more time on each side. That's a good one for us. We don't challenge ourselves enough in that direction. Not too bad reaching for the same side. We got to get to that opposite side. Here we go. There you go. That's better. Look at that. Getting a little further already. Keep breathing. Almost there. 2, 1, nice. Now we're going to switch back to the other side. Nice and tall, okay. Rotating over and reach. Once you get there, nice deep breaths. Ready? Here we go. Anchor yourself and go. Good. Keep that posture. Nice. Big deep breath. Excellent. So now we're going to add the arms overhead like we did with the kneeling one. So staying up very straight, you're going to clasp your fingers, extend them in front, raise them up, and you're going to side bend to the left. Ready? Here we go. Angle over, and then we're breathing. Feel this in your left hip and hamstring. You feel this down your right rib cage. You want to make sure that your arms are nice and straight, kind of in line with your ears. Good. Unwind from that slowly. We're going to do the other side. You guys holding up okay? Get looser. Alright, clasp the fingers, open the palms, and side bend to the other side. This one down your left rib cage. Excellent. going to do one more on each side of that. Ready? Arms up and lean to the left. Still try to take a nice deep breath. Big exhale. Good. Unwind from that. One more time to the right side. And we're going to change stretch around a little bit. Going in 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Excellent. So now what we want to do is we're going to lie on our back. You're going to bring your knees together in a bent position. Okay. You're going to keep your arms straight out to the side to keep your shoulders flat. And you just want to rotate your hips. Off to one side, feel a stretch. Off to the other side. So your shoulders should stay flat the whole time. Try to keep those knees and feet together. Inhale as you bring them up. Exhale as you lower them down off to one side. Two, one. Good. So now we're just going to do that same concept, but you're going to go with a straighter leg. So you're going to go straight leg up, let it fall across, and then we'll unwind and switch from that. Ready? Raise it up. Drop it over. Couple deep breaths while you're there. And then bring it back. Raise the other one up. Drop it over. Bring it back. And each leg again. Get up. Bring it over. Bring it up. Bring it over. Nice. Good job. 2, 1. Awesome. So now, let's get a little activation. So you're going to get your knees and your feet in the air. You're going to have your arms in the air. Your legs are going to stay put. You want to get a bit of a crunch as you reach your arms past one knee and then go to the other. Good. There you go. Reach past one. Reach to the other. They don't need to be fast. They want to be controlled. Belly button in. Your low back is nice and flat on the floor the entire time. Reach past one knee. Reach to the other. Good. Little going to do that one more time. And get those knees up. And just get a nice controlled reach. Here we go. 2, 1, and go. Last one. The other. Keeping your low back nice and flat by pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Five more seconds. Beauty. So now you're going to dig your right heel in. You're going to tuck your left leg up. You can even hold on behind that thigh. You're going to bridge your rear end up using just your right leg. Ready? And push. So we want a nice high hip height. Trying to open up that hip the way we did when we were stretching it. Holding it up is the hardest part. You're doing great though. 15 seconds. Keep that height consistent. It's not easy, but it's worth it. 3, 2, 1. Sweet. Now, you guessed it, we're going to do the other leg. Left heel dug in. Right leg up, you can hold on to keep it in place. 2, 1, and lift. Flex your rear end, hamstrings should be doing most of the work. Glutes are firing tight. Don't let your hips twist. Keep your height consistent. You still got 18 seconds. Fight for it. Talking to me. You're doing awesome. Self-motivation. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Sweet. So we're going to do one more of those on each leg. Just to sink it home. Going with the right leg, ready? And hit it. There you go, keeping that hip height consistent. We got some lengthening, we got some relaxation, we got some circulation going. Now we're just getting a little awareness. Getting those muscles to remember they got a job to do. 2, 1, rest. Last one, boys and girls. You're going to knock out that last leg. Alright. Hold on to the one. Heels dug in on the other. And lift. There you go. Good hip height. Now we just want to maintain it. Try not to twist. That's it. Fight for that height. Gotta fight for your height to party. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and good. Let her down. Nice job, everybody. Oh yeah. So you can unwind from that and get up slowly. Right? We've been doing a bit of work, so you don't want to get up too quickly. Get a little dizzy, you'll end up right back on the floor. And that's not fun for anybody. So I hope you're feeling a little bit looser, a little bit better. Okay? Doing this a couple times a week. Right? Making sure to work this into your other routine is going to be definitely beneficial. Thoracic spine, rib cage, low back, hamstrings, hips, all the fun stuff that we targeted today. Definitely things that get tight on us regularly. If it was a little hard today, that's okay. Next time you do this one, it's going to feel a little bit easier. The more consistent you are, the easier all these things are going to be. All right, we'll put together another one of these stretching videos with some different targets on the next time. And until then, be safe, take care of yourself, and we'll see you around. Bye.